Hey everybody, hope your day's going well. We are back with another Barbra Streisand reaction, and this is Miss Marmelstein from her first Broadway appearance in a show called I Can Get It For You Wholesale. And this was also a request by Arnie. Thank you so much for this request and donation. And I do recall that she talked about this in her memoir. Man, I should re-listen to it because I remember it coming out the end of 23, right? And it took me a while to listen to it because it's a long one. That one was 48 hours. I was on a memoir binge in that time. I was reading or listening to so many books and then narrated by the authors themselves, you know, from famous people. And I saw that one came out, clicked on it. I wasn't even familiar with her music, only a few of her films, right? But I was just on this binge. But now with doing all these reactions, I have to I'm going to re-listen to it, man. This is going to be my New Year's resolution. I'm re-listening to this one. And yeah, we're going to get deep on Miss Barbra Streisand, yo. Let's go. All right, Arnie, thanks again for this. Looking forward to hearing this.
Barbra Streisand, and I Can Get It For You Wholesale. She's described by Howard Taubman in the New York Times as the find in this show. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much.
And since the show opened, you've been nominated for a Tony Award. And this is your first Broadway show, right, Barbara?
On her first?
The mythology is it was a 3-minute ovation.
See, that's the thing. I can't even remember that, man. That's why I have to re-listen. I've been soaking up too much information, and I think my storage is full up here. Oh, man. And she was only 19 then, too. 19 years old. What the hell was I doing? Oh, this is a more recent interview?
Minute ovation.
I wasn't counting, so I don't know. I really don't know, but all I know is that my salary was $175, and the next day it went up to $350.
Oh. Okay, she came in on Act 2, Scene 2. All right. I love reading scripts as well. I had that too. You know, sometimes you have these periods or seasons in your life. You know, you're just reading books, watching films, listening to music. You know, and these seasons. There was a season I was reading movie script after movie script, and I just loved, you know, how all these other, you know, like, you know, exterior and lights come up kind of thing, you know, for plays and stuff. Yeah, I just love to get into the nitty gritty of all this stuff, man. Love it.
Oh, why is it always Miss Marmelstein?
Miss Marmelstein.
Miss Marmelstein.
Miss Marmelstein.
Miss Marmelstein.
Miss Marmelstein.
Other girls get called by their first names right away. They get cozy into May. Do you know what I mean? Nobody calls me, hey baby doll,
Miss Marmelstein.
or honey dear,
Miss Marmelstein.
or sweetie pie. Even my first name would be preferable, though it's terrible. It might be better, it's Yetta, or perhaps my second name, that's Tessie, spelled T-E-S-S-Y-E. But no, it's always Miss Marmelstein.
Miss Marmelstein?
You think at least Miss M they could try?
Miss Marmelstein?
Miss Marmelstein?
Miss Marmelstein?
Miss Marmelstein?
Miss Marmelstein?
Oh, I could die.
Oh,
I'm a very willing secretary. Enjoy my work as my employer will corroborate. Except for one one fly in the ointment. It's great. I mean, simply but the aggravation of my situation, I might as well get it off my chest, is the drum appellation. Oh, pardon the big words I apply, but I was an English major at CCNY. The drum appellation with which I am persistently addressed. Persistently, perpetually, continually, inevitably addressed. Believe me, it could drive a person positively psychosomatic.
Whoa.
Why is it always Miss Marmelstein?
Miss Marmelstein.
Miss Marmelstein.
Marmelstein.
Miss Marmelstein.
Miss Marmelstein.
Other girls get called by their nicknames right away. Slightly naughty or risque, do you know what I mean? And nobody calls me Coochie Coo
Marmelstein.
or Bubbler
Miss Marmelstein.
or Passion Pie. Even Hey There Babe, though not respectable, ain't so objectable. It's kinda crummy, but chummy. 'Cause if I got married, that would do it. So where's the lucky guy? Huh? Till then, it still is Miss Marmelstein.
Miss Marmelstein.
Every day I get more and more fussed.
Miss Marmelstein.
Miss
God.
Marmelstein.
Miss Marmelstein.
Miss Marmelstein.
Marmelstein.
Oh, I could bust.
Oh, that last picture, man, that was great to line it up with that. Almost, recreating the performance with the stills, right? Oh yeah, that's in the title, recreated with stills. How is she this good at 19 years old? Like, really? I don't know. So much power already, so much control, such great timing as well, because this is not an easy one to do. There's a cadence you have to follow. Of course, on stage you have marks you got to get to, but there's some alliteration in here with the person positively, psychosomatic. It's a P, but you don't really hear the P in English. But just tough words, and in sequence and faster cadence. And then you have to perform, you have to make sure it sounds good, you're breathing, all the, the comedic timing. So yeah, she is a multi-talent. We know that now. It's always easy to go back and say, oh yeah, it makes sense. But all the skills she has in acting and singing and doing comedy as well, right? Was already present back then. Wow. And she was, of course she was nominated for a Tony. Wow. Incredible, man. And of course, it's a shame I never got to see the show or any. I wish I could live like somewhere around that area, that you could just go and easily see the shows if you can afford it, of course, or somewhere in London, in the West End. Here in Belgium, we do have great shows, but I'm a big fan of all, the US and the UK stuff. I've been so all my life. So it's a shame I never got to see all this stuff, but I wouldn't have been alive in 1962 anyway. So it's really a non-conversation. Well, I'm happy though that we can experience it through these videos. And yeah, amazing. Oh man, I was going to say something else and now I forgot. Oh yeah, her accent is also pretty thick, but I think she really kept that throughout her life. Some people it fizzles out almost an accent where they're from. Whether at least as I have noticed just from afar. I'm here in Belgium, but from afar when I see actors sometimes coming from the UK or from Australia or even from the South in the US, and then they do a couple of films where they have to do different accents, and then it gets like mumbled and jumbled into one thing, but I believe, for Barbra Streisand, it's pretty much maybe it lessened over time, but you can still hear that, the I sounds and you know, that the O sounds, and yeah, you can hear it that she's from New York, from Brooklyn, I guess. So I love accents. I've mentioned this before in other videos, and I always try to mimic some, but it also gets mumbled and jumbled into one thing, I guess. All right, man, this was amazing. Looking forward to more Barbra Streisand. Thanks again for spending some time with me. Hope to see you in another video. Goodbye.